family of Diondre Overton is begging for someone to speak up days after he was shot and killed at a party in Greensboro.
WXII 12 Sarah Sowers spoke with his mother and stepfather about his lasting legacy in an interview you will see only on WXII.
Beautiful kid, and this tragedy is just unimaginable. I never ever thought that I would be talking to anybody about my son in that manner.
A lover, family man, and a loyal friend to all. That's how his mother, Sandra Grace, described her son.
Dre was my baby. I don't know how I'm gonna get through like the next day, the day after that. And right now it's just kind of surreal because I haven't seen him.
Diondre Overton's mother says he took great care of his family, especially his niece and nephews. He was the youngest of 4 brothers with a successful football career at Clemson University, where he was a captain and led his team to ACC victory. Overton went on to play in the United States Football League. Brian Hill, Overton's stepfather, says he was a man of his faith, getting baptized while at Clemson.
That gives us a lot of peace because we'll see him again and his soul is intact.
Overton was a star student and athlete, Grace says. He was never one to pick a fight. His parents say the outpouring of support from neighbors, community members, teammates, and coaches has been more than they could fathom. This heartbreak, they say, is affecting more than just their immediate family.
Everywhere he went, he made a positive impact on people, so...
He never met a stranger, never met a stranger. Literally every state we went to, somebody knew Diondre.
Investigators are working on what happened at the party Saturday night that led to Overton's death. His parents are begging anyone involved to think of what it would be like if it was their parents in their shoes.
If it was you would want someone to speak up. If you saw something, just say something. Diondre should not have lost his life. He should not have. I honestly would have thought that by now we would have had someone arrested, some knowledge of who may have done something, and
they're not getting a lot of cooperation.
Not getting a lot of information.
And it's really hard for us because we know had this party been surrounded by Dre's friends, they'd have a flood of suspects.
In Greensboro, Sarah Sowers, WXII 12 News.